Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. Let's talk about daily targets. So, as many of you know, I have been trading tiny for quite a while now. And I want to just talk about I'm just going to go through my journal and actually tell you some of my recent profits because they are small. $30, $7, $8, $4.50. Let's see what else. $5, 30, and $2.50. That was a real good one. So anyway, why I was doing that was I was going through this time or period of just being on the losing end of a lot of trades. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I know how to do this. And either I'm just not executing properly, or maybe the market's just been crazy or whatever. So, in order to protect my assets, I scaled down to trade tiny. Now, that is 100% of the time what I recommend you do, unless you absolutely 100% need to just fully step away and not trade for a while. Of course, that is an option. I myself don't love that. This is the daily rage after all. I like to be in the markets. I like to have something going on. Now, doesn't mean to the extent of over trading or trying to force things, but if I can keep it small, that is key for me. So let's talk about some of my recent losses. $8.50, $7, negative 18.50. Now that was kind of a big loss. And I say that in jest because I used to lose thousands of dollars, sometimes per day. I mean, it was crazy. I was just looking back at some of my biggest losses. My biggest daily loss was about $5,000. It was just under 5 grand. And that was only on 2 trades. So I used to just be out of control with this. And I am being very open about this because I know that some of you watching this have either been through those same experiences or maybe you are right now. So there is hope for you. You can scale it down. You can trade tiny, but there comes a point in time where you need to get back to like the real deal. I will tell you that my daily target is $300 a day. That's my goal. That is what I want to achieve. Now, that's going to be really hard to do when I'm making like $8 or $15. So today, having looked at a bunch of recent wins, feeling pretty good about it, market was looking pretty hot today. So I was like, all right, I'm back to the biggie. And by the biggie, I mean the mini, which doesn't entirely make sense, but the mini and the micro. The micro is the tiny, the mini is the quote regular, how I think of it in futures. And I was trading on the Russell, which had some really nice moves today. So I did end up hitting my daily target. I got $340 total and 1.25 cents. But here's one more thing that is awesome about futures that I want to share with you in terms of being able to size up, if you will. And shout out to my friend and accountability partner in trading, Candy, because she's the one that actually taught me this. So with the indexes and with some of the other futures contracts, but definitely with the indexes, most of them have an initial margin that you need. But if you're only going to do day trades, you can actually get away with only 25% of the initial margin. Let me tell you what I mean. So the Russell, for example, which is what I was trading today, the initial margin requirement is $7,150. Okay. And then the maintenance margin is $6,500. Okay. But to enter into a trade, if you're planning to close it out that day, you only need 25% of that initial margin requirement, which means you only need $1,787.50. So I just did a couple trades today on the Russell, kind of pulled some profit and got back in. And it worked out for me that I was able to go above and beyond my daily target. Now, that is one way to scale up. Now, as my mentor always says, you need to earn the right to trade bigger. You can't just be like, oh, I've got all this money, so I'm going to trade like crazy. That's what I used to do. I don't recommend it. So what you can do instead is if you want to practice on the micros, It's a great way to dip your toe into the water of the futures market because you are protecting yourself. You are safe in that field, as long as you're setting your stops appropriately, of course, and looking at, where you're taking profit. But the good news is that you can actually utilize those to up level your confidence again. So I was looking at like win, 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 profit, profit, profit. Even though they were small, that's okay because with the minis, they're all times 10. So if I was earning, let's say, $14 on a micro contract, that would be $140 on the mini. Or if I was earning $8, that would be $80 on the mini. So you can always kind of look at, am I in a losing streak or am I in a winning streak? Do I know what I'm doing? What's the market doing? And pull all of those factors together to then determine what's going to be best for you to trade now. Because key is protecting yourself, protecting your assets, protecting your capital so you can continue to trade. For those of you that are interested in learning more about futures or maybe just dipping your toe in a little bit further, I'm going to be doing a free webinar and attempt to entice you on why you should be trading futures. I'm going to be talking about some of the benefits of trading futures over stocks and some of the things that I particularly love, love, love about the futures market. That webinar is coming up soon. If you are interested in that, you can actually opt in for free by clicking on the link below or going to thedailyrage.co/futures. That's coming up soon. I hope to see you there. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.